Imagine a future shaped almost entirely by a handful of companies. The smartest systems, the most powerful tools, the data that fuels them, all owned or controlled by just a few tech giants. That's not a science fiction scenario. It's unfolding right now. Big tech is quietly buying, investing in, and consolidating the best AI talent and technology. But what does that mean for innovation, competition, and the startups that once promised to democratize artificial intelligence? When generative AI exploded onto the scene, investors and entrepreneurs rushed to stake their claim. Startups appeared everywhere, building chatbots, developer tools, training platforms, each promising faster iteration and bolder ideas. For a moment, it felt like a true gold rush. But as the dust settled, a clear pattern emerged. Instead of growing into independent challengers, many of these startups ended up being acquired, funded, or strategically tied to the very tech giants they aimed to disrupt. And that's the playbook. Big tech doesn't have just one strategy. It has three. Buy the best teams outright, invest in promising rivals to control their direction, or lock them into lucrative partnerships that tie their future to the cloud and platforms of the giants. Why? Because whoever controls the models, the data, and the compute infrastructure controls the future of AI. Take Google, for instance, which acquired DeepMind in 2014, one of the world's most advanced AI labs. That move gave Google not just talent, but a permanent seat at the cutting edge of AI research. Microsoft took a different path. It didn't just invest in AI, it essentially bound itself to OpenAI. A multi-billion-dollar partnership turned Microsoft Azure into the default cloud for OpenAI's models, giving Microsoft massive scale advantages and deep integration into products like Copilot. Amazon? It went big on strategic investments, most notably with Anthropic. That deal poured billions into the startup, made AWS its primary cloud, and gave Amazon a significant ownership stake. Apple has been quieter, but no less aggressive, acquiring dozens of small AI and machine learning teams, often without headlines, to strengthen on-device AI and improve Siri. And Meta has used a buy and build strategy, expanding its AI research lab while toggling between open sourcing some projects. Across the industry, dozens of smaller startups have been acquired or merged in similar ways. Semantic Machines, a conversational AI team, was absorbed by Microsoft to boost its assistant technology. Computer vision firms, voice technology startups, and AI developer tools have all been folded into larger ecosystems. For founders, those exits often feel like wins, paydays, resources, and scale. However, for the ecosystem, this can mean fewer independent challengers, less variety, and greater consolidation of power. And here's why that matters. It's not just about owning clever code. It's about owning compute and data. Training and running cutting-edge models requires enormous cloud infrastructure and access to massive datasets. Big tech owns the fastest chips, the largest data pools, and the customer bases that fuel them. That creates a moat so high that most startups can't climb it. Regulators and journalists are also noticing this, warning of an AI oligopoly, where just a few players dominate the entire stack. Now, here's the paradox. Acquisitions and partnerships do speed things up. They bring new technology to billions of people almost overnight. Think of Highlight, Siri, or Alexa get smarter because of these deals. But consolidation has a cost. Fewer independent companies mean fewer chances for radically different ideas to flourish. Competition is often the driving force behind creativity. Take it away, and innovation risks becoming narrower, slower, and shaped by the priorities of only a few firms. So, what happens next? Regulators in the US, Europe, and elsewhere are starting to scrutinize these deals more closely. Some startups are seeking funding models that enable them to remain independent for longer. Open source communities are also pushing hard to create alternatives outside of big tech's control. Ideas like federated AI, transparent model sharing, and fair access to compute could help ensure a more diverse future. Big tech's appetite for AI is understandable. They have the money, the infrastructure, and the reach. But if the future of AI is written only by a handful of companies, then we all risk losing the diversity of ideas that made this field so exciting in the first place. The real question isn't just who will build the best AI, it's who will keep AI healthy, diverse, and accountable. And that's where you come in. If you care about this future, one where innovation stays open and ideas don't get bottlenecked by a few giants, then join the conversation. Subscribe, share your thoughts, and let's keep asking the tough questions. Because the way this story unfolds isn't just about tech companies, it's about all of us.